We're about to see what's going on with Mau and this woman. Why her dad is involved. How her dad's a eunuch and she was born. I need information. Let's get into it.
A letter from concubine Gyokyo?
Yes. I was told to deliver it directly.
I'm sorry. Lady Ado was out for tea.
Since she's away, there's something I would like to discuss.
Oh,
I understand.
she went herself though. That's not like her.
Their luggage is all packed. Then it's as I thought.
Please. Not to be rude, but why are you here today? We've finished tidying up the palace.
So when are you moving out?
Well, aren't you a clever one?
The big cleanup was just a smokescreen. A new high-rated concubine is going to be introduced during the New Year's celebration. Concubine Ado will be forced to leave.
So concubine I was leaving.
She can't have children anymore. I want to know what happened when she gave birth.
To be blunt, I fail to see how it's any of your business.
It has more to do with me than you think. The doctor who was in charge, he was my father. The birth of concubine Adwa's child coincided with another delivery, one deemed more important, the Empress Dowager's son.
Uh-huh.
Ladies, when is the doctor expected to return?
He's still tending to the Empress!
My lady, Feng Ming is by your side. Everything is going to be all right.
That delivery took higher priority, and concubine Adwa was...
They only have one doctor?
She must have lost her uterus during the delay. Sadly, the child that was born to concubine Adwa passed away soon after.
She lost her uterus?
It would seem you're still blaming yourself for that, Lady Fengming. While concubine Adwa was spending time recovering from giving birth, caring for her child fell to you, the head lady.
So you figured it all out. Despite the fact you're the daughter of that incompetent charlatan.
My bro did his job.
You're right. There was a rumor how the child fell ill and died as a result of the toxic face powder. But that's not the case, is it?
That face, bro.
After all, that charlatan would have banned the makeup from the palace. But you're a clever woman. You wouldn't have let the baby die from that. The real cause of death was this.
Honey?
So many plants, so many poisons. Aconite, azalea, the list goes on. Their nectar is known to be toxic.
I am aware.
At this moment you are. Not back then. Regular honey isn't poisonous. You thought it would be a nutritious supplement. To an infant, though, it can be lethal.
So it's her fault the baby died.
For your help, as always. Of course, it's no trouble at all, Lady Ado. You focus on rest and recovery.
My dog, y'all.
Thus, concubine Adwa's child passed away. The cause was seen as a mystery. My father, Luoman, the attending doctor at the time, was blamed for repeated mistakes, including the one at childbirth.
How you gonna get blamed for that?
Only later would you learn the truth, and accidentally discovered what caused the baby's death. Someone came along and taught you how honey can be poisonous when it's fed to an infant. But you couldn't let concubine Adwa find out. Imagine if she knew you were the one who killed her child.
Facts.
And so, they had to vanish.
So she plotted to kill the other consort.
She was close to concubine Audwal, who was her elder, and she, in turn, was fond of concubine Lishu, a young girl taken from her parents, and a woman who could no longer give birth. A sort of codependency might have developed. It was during this time concubine Lishu shared how she almost died after eating honey when she was younger. To make sure your lady never knew, you started chasing the concubine away from the Garnet Pavilion. Later, the previous emperor died, and concubine Lishu was forced to leave the rear palace for good. Problem solved. I imagine it must have been quite a relief for you, because you thought you had seen the last of concubine Lishu. But one day, she returned as another high-ranking consort, and a threat to Audwal's status. An insolent child, constantly attempting to visit your mistress, as if trying to be with her mother. To protect concubine Audwal, who became incapable of childbirth, and to conceal the issue with the honey, you poisoned concubine Lishu's soup.
And what, may I ask, do you want?
There is nothing I desire.
That knife.
Just ask me.
This is a dangerous situation, girl.
You must know it's meaningless, so there's no point in answering.
Child, think of the person who is most precious to you and what they hold most dear in life. The moment I met Lady Adu, I knew I would spend the rest of my life serving her. Despite being a woman, she possessed a strong will and the ability to speak as an equal, even with the prince. I had nothing but the deepest respect for her. Compared to me, who could only follow my parents' orders to become a lady-in-waiting, she was astonishing. Despite that, I took the most important thing to her. I'm guilty. He's gone because of me. The
It
child
was an accident.
I loved so dearly was taken away. With these hands. Back then, do you know what she told all of us? Do not blame yourselves. Until 7, babies can die for any number of reasons. They are susceptible to even the mildest illness. My child, you simply follow the will of the heavens.
My dog, y'all.
She acted strong, but I knew she cried herself to sleep every night. It's my fault.
I want to hear these tears now.
What was her mental state like, serving Lady Audwal for 16 years, without a partner, sacrificing everything for the concubine?
But it is sad.
I can't relate. I don't have it in my heart to let anyone that close to my own. Once he hears my story, Master Jinshi will surely apprehend Fengming. There's no way she wouldn't be executed.
Facts. Her execution was guaranteed.
And surely she already knows this. Might I make a suggestion? My options are limited, but I can take your two motives and make them into one. The result won't change, but if it's preferable, please hear me out.
She's gonna die either way. But BS that he died. That's Jinxie, bro. He's alive.
Must bathe. No, it's too late. I can at least get changed. Good thing I wore layers of stiffened oil paper just in case our conversation became less civil.
Oh, that's
Nothing cut. There's that.
that what you. So that's why she had herself patted.
So Feng Ming handed herself over. Do you know about this?
Not a thing, honestly.
I heard you had Gauchman collect some information.
True. I was hoping to figure something out, but it was all for naught.
According to you, Feng Ming's motive was to ensure concubine Aduo would remain in a position of influence as one of the 4 concubines.
Indeed.
Quite odd. Concubine Aduo was scheduled to leave the rear palace. She'll relocate to an imperial villa in the south.
Does this affair have anything to do with that?
No, the decision isn't a new one. It was the Emperor's call.
I see. Those flowers.
Hong Yang put them on display.
Really?
Strange. They're out of season.
I wouldn't.
It tastes sweet.
For poison, yeah. It's not as if you ingested a lethal amount.
Like I said, don't do what she did.
It was as follows. The poisoning of concubine Li Shu, the cause of death for the baby. Make both motives into one. That way, she could hide the true reason for the baby's death from her mistress. Feng Ming's death might be inevitable. But like I said, it was the best I could do as a girl. With no power.
See, I knew it, bro. That's your mama. This woman about to die for nothing.
I can't sleep. Maybe I'll take a walk.
She better catch him. Why you climb up there at night?
Feng Ming was executed, and concubine Aduo is said to leave the rear palace.
She was executed.
Someone beat me here.
Hey!
That girl, the one who helped clean the other day.
Forgive me, my lady.
Stay. Care to join me for a drink?
She loved her some
I
booze.
mean, if you insist.
Damn!
Pretty messy.
Stop.
aren't I?
I feel like you're giving that impression on purpose.
You're an honest one. After my son left me, my role changed entirely. I became the Emperor's friend, no longer his concubine. No, things simply went back to the way they were. Never in a million years did I think I'd be able to. That was one only in me, capable out of pity. I wanted to hand it off as soon as possible. So why did I put
Dogs.
so long?
Likely doesn't matter who she ran into. She'd be saying the same things.
The water must have been so very cold. It would have chilled her to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
Probably so.
What a fool she was.
She might have been.
We all are.
Not all the booze. Those are tears. You can't win it all, bruh.
I think I get it now. That servant's death. It really was a suicide. And concubine Aduo already knew. Feng Ming might have even aided the girl with her attempt to remove suspicion from the consort. She made the choice to plunge into the waters. Just as Feng Ming chose the gallows to keep her secret from being revealed.
I ought to try to escape.
Whether or not concubine Aduo wished it, they freely sacrificed their lives to protect hers. I should follow her lead.
What are you doing?
Jinxie.
And what are you doing here?
I might ask you the same question.
Rightfully so. I'll be going. Would you mind unhanding me now? I told you, let go.
Then I'll be cold.
That's your own fault for not putting on a coat.
Facts.
Fetch one. Have you been drinking tonight?
He's drunk.
Yes, me. So I did.
I wonder who.
Those invited me to partake with them. Loaded me up full of booze, then just took off.
So,
When she finally came back, she told me she was satisfied and threw me out.
There's someone here in the rear palace with the power to order Jinxie around like
so yeah, that's your mama.
No, wait. That's neither here nor there. I don't have to put up with some clingy drunk, even if he outranks me. Hold on. Come to think of it, he did break my fall when I lost my grip climbing down.
Yeah, be nice to him.
Before being too demanding, the decent thing would be to thank him. Master G.
He's crying. Well, like I said, his mama is leaving. You can see why you'd be upset.
Keep me warm. Just a while longer.
She look annoyed. Yeah, will he be able to see her again? Is the real question.
Appears to be hungover. A ceremony must take place before concubine Audwell can leave the rear palace. First, she must return the crown signifying her as the pure consort, which will be bestowed upon another.
Like, nobody see the resemblance.
Now I see it. I knew she resembled someone. She reminds me of Master Jinxie.
Thank you.
The two of them could get away with swapping outfits. Hold on.
There you go.
My son left me. My role changed entirely.
Left,
Why
not
did she phrase
past.
it that way instead of simply saying he died? One could interpret that as meaning he's still alive. There's no evidence of it that I've come across. What if concubine Audwell's and the Empress Dowager's babies were swapped at some point?
There you go.
Clear to her after seeing how her child was treated.
What do you think you're doing? I must tend to her. The Empress takes priority.
No, you can't.
After all, who is she? The daughter of a wet nurse and a childhood friend of the prince.
Mm-hmm.
If only her son was born to the Empress instead, he would live a better life. Perhaps in her state, she simply couldn't tell right from wrong. But still, the decision would result in her son surviving. Surely that would have been her greatest desire. However, what if people found out the babies were swapped later? If that happened after one of them died, it would explain why my dad received such harsh physical punishment. He didn't notice. If that's the case, it would explain why the Emperor's younger brother is in such a delicate position.
Exactly.
Why concubine Audwell, who's supposed to be a realist, stayed in the rear palace for so long. What complete nonsense. I'm disappointed for even thinking of it.
You're thinking right. That is her son.
What else is new? Imagine being a lonely concubine and finding a lady in waiting you can trust. How utterly reassuring that must be.
Are you hurt?
And she losing like her stepmama.
At that moment, her masculine, noble face suddenly took on a different expression.
A mothery
Her
one.
mother.
You can't win them all.
Fong Ming's kin and those connected. She told me she was kidnapped and sold off, but
Alright, y'all. We're jumping right into episode 12. Y'all know what time it is. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.